What a disaster. What a disaster. I can't believe this. I'm sick and tired of this. It's the second game of the season. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. And I don't quite know what to make of it. I think that's even more troublesome than anything else. I just don't know what to make of this game. And I have to start with the lineup. I felt like the lineup was completely wrong. I know I gave Harry Maguire some praises. I praised him for the way he played in the first game against Fulham. But like I said in that video, that it was just Fulham as well, and I'm expecting him to be better because he didn't put a foot wrong in that game. But in this game, what a disaster. Harry Maguire is back to being Harry Maguire. Harry Disaster Maguire. Again. Now, I don't understand that. Harry Disaster Maguire, I don't know why he didn't clear that ball. And then the second time the ball came back from Mitoma, he moved from the position that he occupied, where the ball would have gone through, where the ball would have travelled past before reaching Welbeck. He moved, literally took 2 steps to the left and then left that space open. When we talk about football IQ, when we talk about knowing where to position yourself in defending and things like that, Maguire is annoying. It's frustrating that he doesn't know these things, that it still doesn't understand. It doesn't. It seems like it just doesn't understand. At his age, he doesn't understand positioning when it comes to defending. Excuse me. It seems like he doesn't understand positioning when it comes to defending. But yeah, let me start with Erik ten Hag and his selection. Harry Maguire should never have started that game. I thought you brought on Matthias de Ligt in the Fulham game so then he could be ready for the Brighton game. And from now on, I don't want to see Harry Maguire in my first team. I don't want to see him. I want to see Matthias de Ligt and I want to see Martinez. Give those 2 opportunities. Let them play together and see how things go. Maguire is not good enough. There's something wrong in his brain. It's just like his football brain is not as great. It's like a Sterling. They don't have they have the ability, but they just don't have the most important part of it, the missing piece, which is the football IQ. How do you move from a position that you was occupying that would have stopped that ball from going through to a position that now allows the ball to just move freely? If you watch that goal, not one time did you check what's behind him. Not one time did you check what player was behind him. And again, right behind him was Welbeck. And how we did not know that, or how we didn't see that, or even look, or have a little glance around. I'll have a little glance around to see, okay, is someone behind me or is no one behind me? I can't fault Mazza for what he did. Mazraoui tried his best in that position because there's nothing that he could have done to stop that cross from coming in. The cross came in. I don't think it was his fault. The ball that came in initially should have been dealt with from that guy from Newcastle. Should have been dealt with by Harry Maguire in the first place, in the first instance. He refused to do that. And then the second ball coming in, you now move our position. Worrying, troubling. It's really troubling and it's worrying. So from now on, I don't want to see Harry Maguire in that starting lineup. But yeah, so let me just start with how Erik ten Hag got that starting lineup wrong. I wouldn't have started Rashford. I would start Garnacho instead. So I wouldn't have started Rashford. I do feel like as much as I like Rashford, as much as he's one of us, as much as he came through our academy, I think it might be time to just let him go. Because I need you to do more. You're a senior player now. You're not a youth man no more. You're a senior player. So you need to be able to do more. We need you. I know that you've carried this team on so many seasons and for many seasons. We know that you've done that. We know what you're capable of and what you've done in the past. But this is where you're needed. And if you're not mentally strong enough or you're mentally adequate enough to actually play this game how it should be played, because now I feel like you're feeling privileged because you came through the academy and we don't really want to get rid of you. You're feeling privileged. You're feeling like, yeah, you can be giving us disaster season after season after season and nothing's going to happen. If anyone comes in for Rashford for 70, 60 million, please let him go. Let him go. So no, I wouldn't have started Rashford. I would have started Garnacho. I wouldn't have started Mason Mount. I would have started Xerxes. I would have started Harry Maguire. I would have started Matthias De Ligt. And I do believe in that central midfield as well. Kobe might need the rest. Kobe might need the rest. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he didn't play bad. He didn't play bad, but at the same time, it's just like the guy looked lackluster. It looks tired. It looked like he's struggling. He played 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Nah, that guy needs a rest. He played a full season last season, besides the time that he was injured. Went to the Euros. He wasn't supposed to. Went to the Euros. Played. And now is playing first 2 games again. It needs a rest. And it would be silly of me to say, we've got Liverpool next. Let's rest him against Liverpool. No, it would be silly. That would be dumb. We can't rest him against Liverpool. That would be stupid. But the problem with the game, let me just analyze this game. So, Man United played well in the first 30 minutes, first 30, 35 minutes, dominated by Man United. Created a chance. I believe Ahmad should have scored that goal. He should have scored. He went with his left instead of his right. He should have opened up his body and then just cushioned it. Because you don't need to swing it up. That ball was delicious. Delicious ball. All you have to do was finish your food. But then you swung at it and then just tip the table. You just need to just cushion it. Just cushion it back to the area where it's coming from. I think it was a swinger from the left. Just cushion it back towards to the left of the post. But what's it called? A slash at it, and then that went the way it went. In terms of possession, we controlled possession, but again, possession don't win games. Goals win games. So we might have as much possession as whatever. I think Brighton had more shots on target than we did, and they created opportunity and scored from that opportunity that they created. Going forward, I believe it was a bit lackluster. We wasn't as aggressive as I would have thought we should be. On the right side, on the left side, even Amad Diallo as well. And before that goal went in, before his goal went in, every time he gets the ball 1-on-1 with a fullback, I'm thinking to myself, take him on, have him, just have him. But then it'll slow it down, or it'll cut in, or pass back to the defense. And I'm thinking, why are we doing this? We're in a position where we can be aggressive. Just take on the fullback. I don't care how many times you lose the ball taking on fullback. Lose it as many times as you want, but keep taking him on. Keep being aggressive. Keep attacking them. You saw what Garnacho did when he came on for Rashford. He was attacking them. He was just attacking. And that's what I wanted from Rashford as well. Rashford would get to the final third. Rather than take him on, I think he took on the defender twice or 3 times in the entire 60, 75 minutes of game that he played. That's not good enough. You need to be aggressive. As Rashford had a shot this season, I don't even know. You need to be aggressive in this situation. You need to shoot. You need to take on the defense. Take on your players. Give them a reason to worry. Cut in. Go down the line. Give them something to ponder. Let them know. Let them think, you know what? I don't know which way this guy's going to go. I don't know. He's going to attack me. He's going to cut. But every time we get the ball there, we keep passing it backwards. That's not good enough. That has to change. Yes, our pressing is still is good. Yeah, we've made changes. We've progressed in terms of the how we press. We've made progress in terms of how we're passing, intricacy. We've made progress, but it's slow. It's too slow. They see us coming miles away. Everything is telegraphed. If it's telegraphed, then they know how to put their shape. They go back to their shape straight away. The moment we slow the ball down, Brighton is back in their shape. And when in their shape, they're hard to break down because we have not reached that stage where we can actually easily break down low blocks or people that are parking the bus and moving on a counter attack. The best way to move to break down packing the bus is to move the ball quicker. We can't be slow in possession or in transition and expect to create chances or expect to create goals. It doesn't work like that. And I think that's the thing that Man United some players, because today's game, how we lost is based on individual errors and individual players not doing enough. They're just not doing enough. One is not good enough, the other ones are not doing enough. And that's the problem that we're having right now. Is actually the problem that Man United is having, which is the fact that we're trying to implement the buzzword style of play. We're trying to implement a style of play, but at the same time, we're doing it in a slow process, which players and the opposition players can read and then get themselves back into the defensive shape, the defensive positioning. And that, to me, is not good enough. Now, let's talk about the substitution. Again, Erik ten Hag, I have to blame you for this. Xerxes should have started. You brought him on in the second half, and the game changed a little. The game did change a little, but what I didn't like is the kickoff. When Brighton kicked off, and they were able to come from the halfway line all the way to the edge of our box. I think they even got a shot away. How did that happen? Do you know how many players it had to go through? João Pedro almost went through our entire team. Like this is FIFA 19 or or FIFA 18, where you could just shoot from the halfway line. It makes no sense. There's 11 other players on that pitch. How is it getting past you guys like that? I don't understand this. I really don't understand this. I felt like we was just too cagey, too slow, too tight. It's like we was tired. I don't understand. I actually don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, because we can't keep taking 2 steps forward and then taking 10 steps backwards. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And we did limit Brighton, because everyone keeps saying, oh, Brighton don't look like their normal self. It's not because they couldn't. It's not because they didn't want to. We didn't allow them to look like their normal self. But the problem is, we didn't capitalize on the things that we were doing good. We didn't capitalize on it. Ahmad undercooked his pass to Rashford. Not good enough. Not good enough. His performance today was dreadful. And this could have been because he had bad news over the weekend, or he had bad news the day before. But if that's the case and you're not mentally available, then don't play. Why you put yourself up for selection? If you're not mentally available, I get that, yeah, you just broke into the first team and you want to remain the first team, so therefore you don't want to take a step back. But at the same time, if you're not in your right mind, don't play, because it affects everybody. It affects the whole team, it affects the fans, it affects the club, it affects everybody. So unless you're in the right mind, don't play football, or don't play. And my condolences in regards to what happened to him. My condolences. But yeah, the substitutions, they came a bit too late, and the wrong players. You don't take out Bruno. You don't. He's the only guy that creates for us in that team. He's the only creative attacking midfielder that we have. But then if you're gonna play Bruno, but then shouldn't you leave Mason Mount on the bench and then start Xerxes? So then if you're taking out Bruno, then put Mason Mount on. Even though I don't think Mason Mount is good like that in terms of creating chances. I don't think he's the best chance creator. I don't think is that technical to be able to create multiple chances. But is that over number 10? Another player is the only other player that can play number 10 for us, unless you moved Amad Diallo to number 10 and then bring on Garnacho on the right. But like I said, I would have preferred to start Garnacho and Amad, Xerxes, and then behind Xerxes, Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, so the substitution didn't make sense. The selection, I don't get it. We need to stop this. You know what? He's been here longer, or maybe he plays better. No, we need to stop all of that. Play the best players in the best position. Rashford last season wasn't good enough. His performance this season so far, even in pre-season, hasn't been top notch. It looked like he's gearing up for it, like he's ready to attack this season, but he hasn't started yet. It just has not started yet, and that's, again, not good enough. Not good enough. And I don't ever want to see Harry Maguire in this team ever again. Matthias de Ligt can start, and Matthias de Ligt can start with Lisandro Martinez, and then we can go from there. We still need a strong midfielder. I believe Mazza played well on that right hand side, kept Mitoma quiet for most of the game. Besides, except that assist that he had, we didn't really see anything from Mitoma. I think when Edinga came on, that's when things looked a bit more lively again for Brighton. And on the right side, Dallo also had I can't remember his name, the Tenet or whatever his name is. I think he had him on lock for a while. The guy is a bit tricky. He moves quick. He's fast. He's a bit skillful, and yeah, he cuts in. It goes down the line. I think Diogo Dallo had a good game as well. Overall, it's not like we played terribly, but we just wasn't quick enough. We wasn't sharp enough. It didn't look like we wanted it enough. There was no much desire. And that's what it felt like, and it looked like that. There was just no desire within that team. And we have to do better, man. We have to do better. I mean, I'm tired. I'm tired of going through the same thing or repeating the same thing. This year, Erik ten Hag is going to be getting a lot of the criticism because now it's on you. It's on you now. We've given you your opportunity. I've always been Erik ten Hag in. But now it's time for you to repay the faith that we put in you. So but yeah, that's it from me. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, write your comments down below as well how you felt like the game went today. Was we just unlucky, or is there something that we need to start doing better? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.